Russian President Vladimir Putin has expressed confidence that Russia and the West can find an ideal solution regarding the geopolitical situation in Ukraine, but he also blamed Washington for using Kyiv as a tool to limit Moscow. Putin stated that the Kremlin was analyzing Washington's and NATO's answer to Moscow's security needs, but that it was furthest from acceptable. Putin told reporters in Moscow following discussions with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban, it is already clear that fundamental Russian concerns ended up being ignored. He reiterated Russia's proposal for legally enforceable security assurances against any kind of NATO development and installation of attack facilities near Russia's borders, as well as for NATO to return to a pre-1997 military posture. He also outlined a possible future event in which Ukraine is allowed to NATO and then attempts to retake the Crimean Peninsula, which Russia captured in 2014. Meanwhile, Orban stated on Tuesday that Ukraine's issues with Russia and NATO are substantial but can be resolved. In addition, Hungary's leader believed that the sanctions against Russia were futile. After Moscow reportedly stacked up more than 100,000 troops along its border with Ukraine, tensions have unprecedentedly risen since the Cold War. Western politicians have charged Moscow with planning an attack on its neighbor and have threatened serious repercussions if it does so. Russia argues that it has no intentions to invade and has instead proposed its own suggestions to defuse tensions. In a phone conversation with Russian colleague Sergei Lavrov on Tuesday, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken asked Russia to swiftly de-escalate tensions and evacuate its soldiers. Lavrov stated that Washington promised on the call to continue negotiations on Moscow's request. Meanwhile, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson met Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky in Kyiv to express his country's solidarity. Later that day, Bloomberg reported that the U.S. notified Russia that it is prepared to enable Moscow to confirm that no Tomahawk cruise missiles are placed at NATO locations in Romania and Poland in exchange for the Kremlin sharing comparable information regarding missiles on specified Russian facilities. Well, we'd like to know your thoughts and responses. Share them in the comments down below, and also share this news and show us support through subscribing to our channel. Stay tuned for the real stuff on next NewsHour.